That should work. So that's another way to create an empty array. But in this case, we had to use the type because it needs to know beforehand what type it's going to be. You can't have an empty array of nothing. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Is it going to prove me wrong? I think it's proved me wrong.
Well, you initialize an empty array and then you can fill it later.
Well, there's no type though. This is bad practice. I don't even know why it's not yelling at me. There's probably a reason why, but don't ever do this because it means nothing. I'm going to have to do more research on why they allow that. But this is what you're going to want to do if you want to just create an empty array or something like this, which will create it and initialize it as you declare it. So, oh, by the way, I haven't said that word. I suppose I should. The word declare is when you create a variable name, but you don't put values into it. Like I'm declaring that I'm creating a variable. Hear ye, hear ye, okay? So I'm declaring something, but the moment you put data in it, you're initializing something. So now I'm initializing an array with values in it. Or in this case, I'm declaring my array here and I'm initializing it with an empty array here. I'm actually putting data in it. So before you can ever access variables or anything in Swift or any programming language for that matter, you must initialize it. So you declare it, but then it must be initialized before you can actually use it. So those are the keywords you may want to write down and remember: declare and initialize. Declare comes first, initialization comes second, and sometimes we do it all in the same line. And in this case, we're using type inference to do both. Whereas here we're using an explicit type. Okay, so we've got an array. We're accessing elements in it by using the index operator here. We're setting values to it, retrieving values from it. It's looking good. So questions so far?
Just curious, but would an array be used in something like a listing type of app, like reminders?
Yep. Absolutely. So, you know, I mean, you may have multiple data structures involved, but the actual end result when you're seeing, like in the reminders app, you're seeing all the reminders, it may actually display them in an array and showing the data in there. I mean, it may like be saved somewhere else with like maybe a key value data structure where, like, you know, they're saved by a date, and the date and under one date, there's tons of different reminders. I don't know, but there's definitely an array being used in there at some point in time. That's absolutely right. It's foundational. I use these every day in programming. Every programmer does. Arrays are very foundational, very important. Let's see here. I'm curious what I've got for you here. Okay. Questions about arrays so far, everybody? Okay. So we're going to do one last exercise here for the end of the day before we bring the rest of the class back in. And I had some other ones, but we're not there. We're not quite there yet. So let's go ahead and just do this now. I'll pull open this document here and 5 exercise arrays. Number 1, okay. Create an empty array of type string. In fact, I'm going to say declare. That's the proper term. Declare an empty array of type string. Okay, number 2, declare an explicit array of type double and initialize it with 4 values. 3, create an empty, excuse me, let's say, that's not what I wanted to do. Create, what did we do here so far today? So make sure you get a chance to do all of these here. Okay, so declare an array and initialize it with 5 values of any type using type inference. And then we're going to say use append 3 times in each array, and 5 is use remove at and remove at in each array, and number 6 is use remove all on one array, and 7 is use a new array feature that you haven't learned yet. And you can do so by simply command clicking one of these functions here and seeing what's available to you in the actual documentation here. See these different functions here? You can play around with them. Remove at, remove all. Okay, so let me refresh the page here. So that bootcamp page is refreshed. And here it is, arrays. Okay, so you only got 15 minutes to work on this. Again, you're gonna wanna complete all of these on your own after class ends, but any questions before we get started on this for about 15 minutes? Okay, arrays. Let's do some practice. And if you're totally confused, that's okay. This is getting complex, so don't worry. Very nice, everyone's coming in.
Okay, so that's it.
So this has been cool. It's really fast, guys. And I've been listening in on the intermediate stuff that you guys have been working on Firebase, which is really cool. I think what I'll do is tonight I'll personally dig into some more into the Firebase, and you know, we can plot out some more things with that. Firebase, I just love it. Eat it up. We're consuming it every day here at devslopes. So it's good stuff. Really good stuff. And thanks to everyone who was joining us with the Swift. Got to play around with some new Swift 3, which is cool. Not huge changes so far. I love how the whole internet was like, Swift 3 is going to change everything. Prepare for your projects to be destroyed. And then it's like, that was it, you know, so not too bad. So does anyone have anything to say? Questions, thoughts?
It definitely was a quick 4 hours. I felt like not even half hour went by, so it kept me engaged.
We should make it 8 hours, probably.
Right through.
Yeah.
I just want to say for people that were in the beginner room with Mark, I was working on some design stuff with people in the intermediate room. So if you have any apps that you're working on or any other questions, you know, send them over. I'll give you feedback, give you some assignments, and like kind of help guide your thinking if you want to. I just want to throw that out there all through the week too, and beyond. So.
Yeah. So for everyone who's here also, you know, this boot camp's for you. What it's not is like a replacement for my iOS 9 course or anything like that. It's for you. So what that means is for the next 5 weeks, more or less, I mean, you're starting this week, but for the next 3 to 5 weeks, Team devslopes is here for you. So today's a little bit hard because it's the 4th of July, and I know some of us have things to do. But from tomorrow onwards, basically, we can jump into Skype calls or Zoom calls, one-on-ones. If you have a problem with your project, coaching, me, Jacob, and Evan and Pearson are here for you. Jack is plugging away, working on DevSlope stuff, and he knows we're here for you. So this is all about you and your project. So, you know, get to know us. If you have needs, you can jump on a call. I'd love to get every one of you on a call at some point and just see how you're doing and help you figure things out. Take advantage of that, because this is what I'll tell you. You won't be able to do this 5 to 6 weeks plus from now. We be so busy. So if if you want to get any one of us on the call one-on-one looking at your code, this is your chance.
And don't forget to post your question on Slack, so that all the students can benefit from the answer or the question. A lot of the times other people have the same question you do. So post it in Slack, and then we'll put the answer in Slack. And if we have to jump on a call, we'll jump on the call. But post it in Slack first, because that way everybody benefits.
Yep. And so if you're working on a project, you're like, oh, how do I architect this? Give me a ring, just message me in Slack, whatever, and I can take a look and be like, well, have you thought about this and this? We can look at it, get some one-on-one VIP coaching that people always ask me for that I don't have time for. So anyway, that's all. Just for you, make sure you get the most out of this. That's my disclaimer. Anything else, guys? This was cool. This was a lot of fun for me. I haven't taught in a boot camp for about a year now, so it was fun to get everyone back here again. The tool mostly worked out okay, except for the breakout rooms. So questions about what you'd like to do, improvement, anything? I just spit it out.
Well, just a reminder, students can answer questions too if they know it. It helps them. So don't feel shy if you want to answer a question. Think you can do it. It helps you learn too.
Yeah, Jess just helped us crush a Firebase problem. I had so I was doing email login, and I just grabbed text from UI text fields, and apparently something is acting up with them, and when you hard code stuff in, it works. So we're still good to go on Xcode beta and iOS 10 with Firebase, and I just sent my login success on the Slack channel, so that's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, Jess, why don't you give us like a closing statement like that just motivates and inspires?
It's been a pleasure. It will continue to be a pleasure. It's never a chore. I'll write something for tomorrow.
Okay. For those of you who are doing the beginner stuff, finish every exercise, rewatch the videos. I will start uploading this to Jacob will too, uploading to an unlisted playlist on YouTube. I'll send you the links as soon as it's ready. Just work on everything. And I did have some homework for you, but we're not there yet. So your homework is to finish everything that we've done. And if you run out of things to do, just message me. I'll give you something. Okay.
Actually, I have a little question.
Yep.
How can we ask you guys questions? Is there a platform that we can share our
Are you in
questions?
the Slack chat room yet?
I don't think so.
Okay. Nicole, I need your email so I can add you to. I'm not sure how I missed you here. We have a chat room that we're all working out of right now.
Okay.
For that purpose. Let's see. Yeah, just give me your email somehow. Just you message at me here or on my email mark@devslopes.com, and I will get you.
See here. Gmail.com. Okay, there you go.
I got it. I'll add you right now to the chat room. Very cool. Anything else? Anybody?
Mark, sorry, you were mentioning about you guys, if there's a certain thing that we're working on, and we can get you guys to just kind of review it, see if it's working. I'm kind of in that predicament where I am working on something and kind of stuck on how to add a certain element to it. So I guess later on I can message you directly.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I won't. Today's a rough day because it's a holiday here. But tomorrow onwards, anytime I'll jump in. This is all about you guys. So
Thanks.
It's all about you guys, except on the 4th of July. Okay.
If we were to release something pretty soon before the release of iOS 10, should we go ahead and keep using Xcode 8 or?
Depends. So here's what you need to know. You can't submit apps to the App Store with beta. So So if you upgrade all your code, then you have to wait for iOS 10 to come out before you can submit your app. So what we're doing at DevSlopes is in our app, we're about 1 week before it launches, maybe 10 days or so, we're going to upgrade our whole code, get it ready, submit it. You can submit it in advance so that day one when iOS 10 comes out, everything's working and ready to go. But we're releasing multiple updates with Xcode 7 and iOS 9 prior to that happening.
All right. Cool.
Nicole, I did invite you to the chat room. You should get an email soon. Okay. Well, if that's it, I just want to reemphasize, take advantage of the team while you can. We're here for you. So that's it for today, and we'll be around. So thanks for coming. This is cool.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
okay?
guys.
And happy Independence Day for us.
P.S. I hate the Warriors.
Oh, yeah, you saw the trade, huh? Hold on.